Hey everybody, welcome to Average Guy Opinions. I'm your average guy, John Corelli. This is part 3 of 5, dealing with my father and moving out of his current home, getting him into assisted living, and dealing with the hoarding issues. Like I said last time, the hoarding issues aren't terrible, but they are something that need to be taken care of. It's not like there's nothing in there. There's still a lot of boxes of stuff that he just doesn't want to seem to part with or wants to micromanage. Today, I chalked up Monday and Tuesday as victories, so we're 2-0 going into today. Today felt like a tie. We didn't get started till late, and we did. My son and I, Logan and I, took his audio cassette tapes, of which he had many, probably about 100, and then he had maybe a dozen, maybe 15 like micro cassette tapes and a micro cassette player. And we brought them over to Black and Red, which is the used book, video, vinyl store, CDs. They do everything. They're wonderful. I can't push them enough. Support your secondhand stores. But yeah, so we took them over there, and the box is like a copy paper size box. It's a good size box. I'm like, ugh. I go, let's give it a shot, and I took it over there, and the guy's like, yeah, I know. He's like, we really don't sell them much anymore. I go, I get it. It's a outdated medium. I totally understand. For kids like me that grew up in the 70s and 80s, it was great. But yeah, once you got into the 90s and people started using CDs, and now people do, even CDs are outdated for a lot of people, and vinyl's back, so that's good. But so the guy kind of looking at us like, I don't know if I caught him on a good day, but and it's crazy there. For those of you that don't deal in secondhand stores a lot, it's a long process. I mean, think about like big places like Arc that take clothes and anything, almost anything. They don't take TVs or computers or big items, but they will. They'll take couches actually, or big ticket items, I guess, big electronic items they won't take. But they'll take all sorts of stuff. They basically take anything, and they'll just go through it and they'll determine if it's going to go in the store for resale or if they're going to recycle it or if it's truly trash. It's kind of a nice thing, and I wish we had more of that. I wish that was more of a government. I know ARC actually is partially governmentally funded, and I think we should have more of that and just go, just so it hurts my heart that people are just taking roll-off dumpsters and just chucking all this stuff in there when a lot of it can be recycled or reused. My dad wanted to do that, and I said, no, we're not doing that. So I'm not gonna. For one thing, it's $300 or $400 to get the smallest of roll-off dumpsters for 2 weeks, and for another thing, it's wasteful. And I said, Dad, you have recycling right here. You got your 2 big bins every 2 weeks. That's great. And then and then anything that you get your 2 trash bins for anything that's truly trash, and the rest I will take to the donation place. But I wish that were the system where you could just take all of this, say, hey, or not even have to take it. Just call ARC and go, you know what? My father just died. My grandmother just died, etc. We're going to take this, put it in boxes where you guys come and get it and just go through it, and you guys make the determination. That'd be great. Make it a government thing, or or at least partially governmentally funded. It creates jobs, and it'd be really good for the planet and for the people. I'm sorry I'm wiping my nose, and I swear I didn't snort coke right before. You would know if I did. I never have, by the way. I do fine. I think I'm mid-level when it comes to energy. Sometimes I have a lot of energy. Sometimes I'm low energy. Today I feel just like perfect. But I think it's the allergies. Usually I'm out of allergy season by the end of June. This year, for some reason, it's just sticking with me. It's also probably because when I am at my father's house, there's a lot of dust and all that smoke. As a matter of fact, I just talked to my mother. I gave her a couple books from my father's house. My stepdad and my mom. I gave them a couple books. I thought they might be interested. She's like, I can't bring any more of his things into my home. It just smells too bad. It's too smoky. Because, like I said, that's what he's been doing for 60 years. So that's part of the problem too. And a lot of people might not want this stuff. But today felt like a tie. Like I said, we went into Wednesday 2-0. We might be exiting 2-0-1. We got there. We didn't get there till about 1 o'clock. So Logan and I went to Black and Red. Turned in the audio tapes, and we went and had some lunch. Then we got to my dad's around 1, which I was hoping with this strategy that he would hopefully make a lot of phone calls he has to make. Getting into assisted living. I'm letting him I'm helping him in a limited form or in a limited manner. as far as getting him into assisted living. He wants to deal with people directly, which I understand. He's a sound enough mind that he can handle those conversations, I think, and get the information he needs. It's also being very picky, though. He wants to like a Catholic organization. There are only like 3 or 4 assisted living or nursing home Catholic organizations, and 2 of those are ruled out. One's full, and the other he got rejected. So I'm like, and I've told him, I could hear the phone conversation when he was having with this woman. He's on speakerphone, and he's just telling her, well, I need a good moral place. And I was just like, it's a crapshoot. I don't want to be the guy that says that, but I go, you don't, beggars can't be choosers. We got a month, man. We have a month. You need to figure it out. And if you don't figure it out, I'll figure it out, but I can't take you in. I just can't. Sorry. Maybe we'll put you in a hotel for a while, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste your money that way, but we'll do what we have to do. So, he was on the phone all afternoon. Finally, we came home. We were there from 1 to about 4:30, and we finally, Logan's like, can we go? And I was like, yeah, we can. So we sat there and just watched YouTube on his TV, and he would come in and complain about it. He's just like, what's this about? Why is he cursing so much? What's his deal? Dad, just don't worry about it. Get done what you need to do, please. There were a few small victories that kept it from being a loss and made it a tie today. So, John Steinbeck of Mice and Men, good copy. Looks like the copy I read in college. I'll probably read it again, hopefully, or maybe my kids will. This one's good. For any of you that have never read James Baldwin, he's an amazing author. One of the first openly gay, I almost said openly gay and black. He was pretty much openly black. I guess you don't have a choice in that matter. But James Baldwin was an amazing author. I don't think I've ever read this one. If Beale Street Could Talk, I think is one of his bigger ones. This looks like a bigger production from most of the other books I've seen that I've read of his. Are much plainer look to them, so the publishing didn't seem to care as much. But good stuff here. This is cute for any of those comedy fans. I will check this out. The Bob and Ray Show, if you don't know about it, is an old radio and television show. And Bob Elliott, if you can't, I don't know if you can see, he is Chris Elliott's dad. For those of you Chris Elliott fans, if you've been watching Schitt's Creek, he's the hillbilly with the mullet. And Chris Elliott, he's very avant-garde. Chris Elliott is a weird guy that does weird humor, and I love the dude. But yeah, so a little comedy there. And then this is cool. This is kind of like I covered. It's kind of the 4 books my father was willing to let me have. 4 of them are kind of all over the map, kind of cool. This is really cool. 4 Lives in the Bebop Business. I only recognize 2 of the names, but this will probably be interesting if it's kind of like, oh, well, what's this? This will be interesting. This is totally, I was not planning this. This is rather, it'll be interesting. Just something about the museum and modern art probably means nothing. Oh, and then this is kind of funny too. So you know how I've been finding, I was saying the other day, I found papers from 1977. This isn't quite that old. It is 1999. Halloween, 1999, October 31st. My dad lived in Carson City, Nevada for about 6-8 years, from late 90s till 04, 96, 97, 98, I can't remember exactly. But he lived there while I lived in Cleveland. And then he came back here, and he hated it there. Can you imagine an Italian New Yorker not liking the scrub brushy, desertified, almost wasteland of Carson City, Nevada? What a shock. I don't know why he went there in the first place, but they did pretty well, he and my stepmother. They bought a house, I think it was around 150, and by the time they left, only 7-8 years later, they doubled their money. So that was great. Unfortunately, I got all the boring parts of the paper. There's nothing about Halloween. I got careers, real estate, and business. There's nothing about Y2K. I thought there would be, like affecting careers or business or real estate, but nothing. So 2 months before Y2K, and not a mention of it in the Reno Gazette-Journal. Yeah, so, got these 2. This is nice. This is cute. I like this. Got another jar here. This will probably go to Logan. If it doesn't go to Logan, I will keep it, and I won't put coffee in it, just to anger the essence of my father. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Another jar here. Like I said, it wasn't a very exciting day, and then we didn't get a lot done, but I guess I'll call it a tie. I guess that's fair. Oh wait, come to think of it, when I did give the guy at Black and Red those audio tapes, he did give me $7, and you know what I bought with the $7? Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, and look at that beefcakey. Ooh, yeah, that's a win. We're 3-0 going into Thursday. That's a win. See you guys next time.